Okay. I done figured this out on my phone. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's see, is that too much light? Maybe. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I was live and just was talking, and then I read the thing. It said, the host will let you in the room. You backstage. Backstage? Wait a minute. What did I do wrong? So I had to backtrack. That was like 10 minutes ago. Anyway, come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm not going to make you wait today. I'm just going to dive right on in simply because, as you can see, I am in my car doing this Tax Tip Tuesday while I'm waiting on my appointment. So let me just get right on to it. Hello, hello, hello. I am Tracy L. Tate. I am the CEO of TLJ Professional Services, where we are about all things financial. And I am coming to you today to tell you, please, please, please wait on your paperwork. You hear me? Yes, the IRS is open. Yes, tax season is open, but please wait on your paperwork because there's nothing worse than preparing a tax return, getting it ready to go, and then here comes some more documents, okay? Or submitting and then some more documents come in because now it's a second return to do an amendment. So wait for your documents, wait for your documents. Say hello when you come in. I will try to figure out how to look at comments. Technology, you hear me? But this live is about waiting on your paperwork. So the IRS sent out letters if you received the advanced child tax credit. They also sent out letters if you received your stimulus. Okay. We need those in your paperwork. Okay. Especially the stimulus piece and especially the advanced child tax credit. Because the thing about it is, if you don't tell your tax preparer that you had either one of those and they include it on your return and you get hyped about your large refund that's coming your way, you're going to be so hurt and disappointed when it get reduced. So come complete, okay? Bring your paperwork, keep it organized, put it together. Every document you get, just put it in a folder. Don't be too anxious. Um, a lot of times you get a lot of your statements and stuff like that online if you created online access, including the IRS. So I recommend you create your portal on the IRS. Not only are you able to see exactly what you've received of these stimuluses and advanced child tax credits, you can also make payment arrangements through there. You can see your prior tax returns, your tax history, your tax debt and or AGI. So I do recommend you create a portal in the IRS or irs.gov. Create a portal, okay? You get all the paperwork you need and you don't have to wait for the mail. Uh-oh, my car say, nope, we turning you off, saving battery. So guess what I got to do? Turn my car on. While I'm waiting for this appointment, for those who's just joining me, let me turn down my music, my old school music. Um, but yes, wait for your paperwork or create your profile. That's what I recommend. Go on the IRS website, irs.gov, and create a profile so that you can get your paperwork without having to wait for it. Okay. I recommend doing the same thing for your bank accounts as well as any investment portfolios, because in some investment portfolios, they don't mail you your statements. You have to get them offline anyway. But you don't have to wait for them to come in the mail. Plus, with all the theft going on, you don't have to worry about nobody stealing your mail to take your identity. Now, granted, they jacking passwords and everything else online. So be careful of your passwords online as well. Invest in some software, some security software to keep your passwords, your location, all of that stuff secure and safe. But you should be able to get all of your paperwork that you need to prepare your taxes online. If you do not have online accounts, please, please, please wait to get your paperwork, okay? Because there is nothing worse than completing a tax return. Hello, Miss Christelle. Nice to see you again this week. I appreciate you coming again, joining this live, getting these little tips and tricks I throw out every week. Um, so yeah, let's get yourself organized. So I know, like with myself, this is what I do. So I do practice what I preach. Sometimes I give y'all more of the stuff than I take it heed of. Um, but I get a folder because my stuff be like this thick. I get a folder and just start collecting my docs. I've already downloaded my mortgage statement, so when the original came in, I stapled it so that it's not counted twice. I'm waiting for investment docs. I'm waiting for to complete my financials so I can get my corporate tax return done, and then I can do my personal. I don't never qualify for no benefits, so I don't be in no rush. Um, but I will not be paying fees. Not this year. I will not be paying no fees. I'm getting these returns done and out. We implemented some systems. I'm so happy for me and my team. We have some systems. We have a portal that we created for our clients so that not only can they upload their docs securely so that we could get them, we could upload their docs so that they could get them securely, get that e-file signed and e-file submitted. So I have one client, one and done. He got his stuff in early. He was the first one to get his stuff in. So I got him done and out the way. But that was all his paperwork. And I know that because by me doing his return before, I know what kind of docs to expect from him. So I've done lives on this topic before, but I'm going to say it again because as a reminder, don't hop from tax preparer to tax preparer. Okay. Find you somebody that you want to work with and continue to work with them. There's several benefits to that. One being they'll recognize when you are missing a document or not. Okay. You might forget about stuff yourself because it only comes once a year, right? Hey, Carlos, good to see you. And thank you for the referral. Um, they only come once a year. So you might have forgot yourself, but it allows you and your tax preparer to get to know one another. And from that, you benefit from that because not only will they have your back, they're aware of what to expect from you. They're able to remind you about missing docs. They work harder for you as a returning client, if that makes sense. Okay. Um, I know with my clients, I know them like the back of my hand. So I know when I'm missing stuff. So even new clients, because my software give me the year-to-year comparison, I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. If you had this last year, where is this paperwork this year? Right. So that's one indication for us to recognize that you're missing stuff. And then to personally get to know you. Like I have a couple of clients that gave birth this past year. So I'm looking forward to getting the information for their new baby, right? That's a change in their tax return that makes a difference. Okay. Um, so sticking with the same tax preparer and it keeps your information safe. Because switching from tax preparer to tax preparer, number one, there's no consistency in what they look for, what they do. So me as a tax professional, and I've always kind of done this, not only do I look for what you didn't provide me, but I also look for things that you may not have even thought that you could take advantage of or deduct, especially because I deal with small business clients and entrepreneurs. We do individuals as well, but we've been heavily focused on small business clients and entrepreneurs to get them in the right business structure so that they can take advantage of the best tax deductions for their tax status or their business structure. So getting with or partnering with, because that's what it becomes, a partnership for us, your family. It allows that relationship to be a win-win for you and your tax preparer because they have your back. They already have your information in the system. They could get your return in and out. Okay. If you go somewhere new every time, not only are you re-answering the same questions that you provided last year, but you're only going to get what you give. Meaning, if you only give me 2 documents and you're supposed to give me 5, how would I know? So one way I know is because I always ask for the prior year return. It's the same thing as what I use my system, and my system tell me what you deducted last year, and I don't see that doc this year, then I look for it. But the concept of it is when you use your or provide your prior year tax return, then it allows your tax preparer to see what you claimed or if there was any carry forwards from the year before. So anytime that you do work with a new tax preparer, always give them your prior year tax return so that you don't lose out on credits that may have carried forward from the year before. Okay. Um, so don't be in a haste to, number one, get your return done. Give yourself time to receive all your docs or log on to all of your platforms, create profiles. Plus, you should be checking on your stuff anyway throughout the year and throughout the month. I check on stuff daily in my bank, but I check on stuff in my investments accounts and so forth. I do that monthly. So I suggest, my opinion is that you should have online access to your accounts because it matters. How are you supposed to know that somebody done dipped in your money or anything else, or that a stock done fell if you waiting on statements to come, right? So just think about that. Um, but get all of your paperwork together. Get it in one time and get it to your tax preparer one time. We accept new clients all year long, and we do get clients all year long. So if you're behind on taxes, if you are afraid of the IRS, you might have seen me on my advertisement. Are you afraid of the IRS? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. We got you. Okay. We got you. Whether you have to deal with the IRS, whether you're trying to prevent being or dealing with the IRS, um, we can talk to the IRS on your behalf. But the main thing is to do it right the first time, and you don't have to deal with the IRS. Okay. So I met with a new client today, and she was stating that she's had to pay, and she didn't understand why she had to pay the last 2 years. So immediately I talk about her W-4 because she's a W-2 employee. Okay, well, have you changed your W-4? Because remember, changed the tax laws. He took away exemptions. Therefore, if you're using the same W-4 that you had from 2019 and earlier, or even 2020 and earlier, then they're not taking out enough taxes, okay? Because it accounted for exemptions that no longer exist. So therefore, you're having to pay the exemptions that no longer exist, right? So that should be number one. If you are a W-2 employee and you find that you keep having to owe taxes, more than likely it's because you're still under the old form and they're not taking out enough taxes. They can't with that setup because the tax laws have changed. Okay. So be mindful of that. Um, but I already knew what her problem was just knowing she's a W-2 high income earner and she don't have nothing to write off. Okay. So that's something too that building a relationship with a tax preparer can help you along the way, right? This is not something you would just be finding out right now on this live. It's something they should tell you throughout the year, or, as tax laws change. I mostly go live and talk about what I learned when I do my continuing education for for the tax season coming up. Things like that, because the tax laws do change every year. So what you think you know this year may not apply next year. Okay. So keep that in mind. So, like I said before, I'm going to cut this live a little short today only because I'm in my car. That's why you keep seeing me looking around. Always pay attention to your surroundings. I can see the mirror over here, but I can't see that one over here unless I turn my head. So It's been my pleasure. Again, I am Tracy L. Tate. I am the CEO of TLJ Professional Services, where we are about all things financial. We provide bookkeeping, accounting, taxes, business coaching, business setup, as well. Well, we can set you up all the way through tax prep. That's what we do. I bring you over 35 years experience in business, in accounting, and in taxes. Um, and this has been my Tax Tip Tuesday. Wait for your paperwork. You hear me? Wait for your paperwork. One more day, one more week, one more month is not going to hurt you unless we're on the deadline. Okay. But log on to your accounts, get you some online access, and you could download your paperwork instead of having to wait for them in the mail. That's one. Um, Otherwise, if you're waiting for the mail, wait for the mail. Don't be too hasty to give your tax preparer part of your information knowing that you're missing some documents. And again, get you a tax preparer that you could trust, become part of the family, and take advantage of some of the benefits that they learn about throughout the year or during continuing education, because building that relationship is not only a win-win, but it also allows you to get some tips beforehand. So again, we take clients all year long. You could book a free consultation, 30-minute consultation at tljprofessionalservices.com. Again, you can follow me. I look forward to seeing you again next week on Tax Tip Tuesday. So have a blessed day and a fabulous February 1st and Black History Month. Okay? Be blessed.